Hey guys. How are you? Say hey as you're coming on. It's been a while. I'm trying to find the video. How are you? Say hey as you're coming on. Hey, hey, hey Nelda. How are you guys? This should be pretty quick tonight. We are just doing a bow and, well, maybe two bows. I might do a matching lantern bow to go with the tree topper. If you guys could say hey as you come on so I can see if my comments are working or not, that would be great. How are you? Halfway through the week, are you guys excited that it's almost the weekend, getting closer? It is raining here and dreary, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow and part of Friday. Hey Nancy. Hey Debbie. How are you? People were wanting to see a tree topper bow, so basically I just kind of do it like a regular bow, only I give it longer streamers and bigger loops, and we'll probably do some more loops. So a tree topper bow isn't hard, it's really just, right, it's bigger normally. And I think I'm gonna go with kind of a farmhouse that seems to be really popular. I sold this last year. But last year I did two 1.5 inch ribbons, and this time I'm gonna do this is just like a burlap, a faux burlap, a 2.5 inch, and this is a big 50-yard roll that I just got from Craft Outlet. And then I'm gonna do the red and black buffalo check in a 1.5 inch, and this again is a big 50-yard roll that I got from Craft Outlet recently. They had a really good selection of some 50-yard rolls of ribbon. Hey Carol. So I grabbed some of those. I'm also thinking about doing one. I got a faux burlap over there with a leopard check, and so you might see that in my shop later, because I'm thinking I might mix that with some buffalo plaid and see if that sells. So I think that'll be a cute combination. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the Easy Bow Maker, and this is going to be my attachment piece, and I don't know if we necessarily needed it this long, but I wanted whoever bought it to make sure they had enough length of their attachment wire to attach it to their tree however they needed. So I took two of these. These are just the little pine, what do you call them? I don't even know what you call them. The pine little pieces that you can get at Walmart or Hobby Lobby in a package. So I just took two and twisted them together. Hey Kay. Hey Nancy. So that this would be, make sure that this is plenty long enough for them to attach it to whatever they need to. You could also, if I had more, sometimes I send extra and I need to get some more of this. This is a heavy duty, a heavier gauge, like a paper wrapped wire that I got from Hobby Lobby, but this is my last one. I need to buy some more. Also, you can do pipe cleaners. I'm always afraid that the pipe cleaner will break after they use it a couple of times, and it might break. So I wanted to give them something a little more substantial. Hey Libby, how are you? Hey Regina. Hey Mona. So that's why I went ahead and chose this. And then I'll probably also throw in a zip tie in case they ever need a zip tie, just a couple of other pieces in their box with whoever buys the tree topper, so they have like multiple things they can use if they need to, just as a courtesy to the buyer. If you guys have questions about anything, drop them in the comments and I will catch them. I remembered to get my iPad over here tonight. So again, we are going to use, we're going to mix a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch on our tree topper bow. But what I'm going to do first is I want to make some long tails. So they have some long streamers. That way if they want to loop their tails and tuck them in, or if they want to curl them and let them cascade down, they'll have some longer tails. Hey Sherry. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to make them super, super long, but I am going to make them the length of my mat, which is 36 inches. So that's going to be one side. So we are going to take that middle part right there, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the Easy Bow Maker. And these are just going to be my tails. So then I'm just going to cut another piece. This is basically the same length. They don't have to be exact. And we're making some long streamers for them. So this is, we're not going to be twisting any loops with this. We're just adding it first for our streamers. Okay, so we have two, like basically, what would that be? 3 yards. Is that right? 3 feet. 3 feet of ribbon on each side. Not 3 yards. And then I'm going to do the same with the red and black, so they have a long streamers of those as well. So let me know what you guys are doing. Hey Linda, how are you, girl? Linda, I need you to come help me. Get me organized. I need help. My craft room, guys, I can barely walk in it again. It's a nightmare. A nightmare. Hey Pam, how are you? How is Indiana? Thank you, Mona. 1 yard, not 3 yards. 3 feet is 1 yard. Oh boy, it's been a long week already. It's only Wednesday. Okay, so I'm gonna do these about the same, and then that way they'll have long streamers, and if they don't want long streamers, they can always trim them. If they, if they don't like long streamers, then, but they'll have them in case they want them. And again, I'm just putting this right down. So this is just going to be on the bottom of our bow. I made a tree topper bow for Regina, if she's still on here from last year. I wonder if she's going to use it this year. Hers had snowman in it, I think. So is anybody watching anything good tonight? I hardly ever watch TV, guys, anymore. Okay, so we have long streamers right here. So these will be tied in with our bow, but they're just 2 separate pieces. Okay. And I'm going to tie it all off with a zip tie because I want it to be really tight. But this is going to be my attachment that will be, hopefully I won't forget to put under my zip tie when I tie it off. I've been doing that lately. Then I've been having to fight with them. Guys, I have been looking for this ribbon for a long time. Last time I went to buy this ribbon, because I used to use this to make my bows on my greenery wreaths, I couldn't find it. For the longest time, I could not find this texture of ribbon. So again, I'm going to make some, these are still going to be kind of long, but not anywhere near as long as the original. So they're going to be about 20 inches, this first set of tails. And this big old thing of ribbon, I'm going to have to take off because I can't see my measurements. It takes up so much space. It's just telling me everybody's watching again. I can't hardly see any comments. So if you guys are here, still here, comment and say hey. I think I'm going to stick with 7-inch loops on the back. I don't want this to be gigantic. I think 7 inches will be good for our first few loops. And I'm probably going to do 2 loops. So I'm going to twist again here. So guys, don't be intimidated by making tree topper bows. They're just basically longer streamers and more loops. Just make them a little bit bigger than your standard bow. So again, I'm going to do 2 loops on the back. So I'm scrunching when I'm done. Did anybody watch Kali? I don't know if she's still on. It's her Bow Wednesday, so she'll be making bows now. Hey Rebecca, how are you? Okay. So I'm just going to kind of measure around my other one here. And I'm dovetailing my ends. You can cut them at an angle. You don't have to dovetail them if you don't want. especially if you're going to curl them up. Okay, now we want some of our buffalo check in there. And that roll is a little smaller, so I can put it on my ribbon holder. Okay, again, I'm going to make these just a little bit shorter than the other ones. Linda, if you're going to do, if you're going to decorate both sides, I would make 2 and do front and back. Like my tree, it sits in the corner, so normally I don't put anything on the back of mine just because nobody sees it. But if you have a tree where you're going to see from almost the whole way around, I would definitely do a couple. I am good, Rebecca. Hope you guys can see. Can you guys see? Sorry. Guys, look at that mess back here. Oh my gosh, it's such a mess. So on these loops, I'm just doing a smidge smaller than the 7 inches, so about 6. I'm going to go back down to about an inch. And I want this to be kind of full, so I think I'm going to do 2 of these as well. And then we'll just spread them out however we need to when we get it tied off. Linda, what have you been making? Have you been making something today? You know what? I think I'm going to do... I think I'm going to do 3. Again, these are about 6-inch loops here. Since it's a tree topper bow, I want fluffy loops. Oh, Nancy, it's not really. Oh gosh, if you saw this over here. I seriously need I need more room. I don't even know that I can organize this. Linda, is it the high school? The high school show? And I'm just kind of moving my loops around where I want them. So you can kind of see the loops behind. Yeah. And I hate it when my loops start popping out of my bow holder. Are you doing mostly, do you sell mostly Christmas at the show, Linda? Do you sell any fall that late in November? Are people still buying fall? I bet some people are, because Thanksgiving hasn't hit yet. Okay. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some shorter tails to finish this off. I love Facebook. It just tells me everybody's watching over and over and over. Facebook has been crazy lately. Has it been for you? When I've been watching videos, it's just been really weird. It'll like repeat words. It's crazy. Again, so I'm making these kind of some shorter tails right here than we have been. I'm going to do 1 loop of this. Again, making it a smidge smaller than those buffalo check loops. Guys, this is already getting fluffy here. Oh wow. They moved it to that convention center. Wow, that'll be nice. I bet you have more room, right? Or will the booths be the same size? Oh, my bow wants to pop out of my holder. Guys, I love buffalo check. I don't think it's ever going to go out of style. Do you? I don't think it is. I think that kind of buffalo check farmhouse is here to stay for a long time. Oh, because of COVID, so you can spread out more maybe. Okay, and I'm making that a little bit shorter than that one. Anybody else doing craft shows this year? I know a lot of people are getting to do them again after they all got canceled last year. Okay, now this is going to be a beast to get off of here without losing my stack going on. Nelda, are you doing a craft show? Is that where you're saying yes to? Okay. I think I'm going to get a longer zip tie. I think I'm going to get one of my longer ones. And we'll be covering up the middle. We'll be covering it with ribbon so nobody can see. Hey, Mandy. Okay. Now, I want to hold my stack as on top of each other as straight up and down as I can without them kind of falling over and losing all the bow shape. So I'm holding it with my fingers, zip ties right between my fingers. And then I'm going to start just manipulating these loops around. Just move them where you want them to go. And before I tighten this down though, I do want to put this in there because it's really kind of fluffy. It's not like another zip tie or a skinny little pipe cleaner, so I want to make sure I get that in there. So even though some people might think, wow, that's a really long attachment piece, it probably doesn't need... Oh, thank you, Mona. Thank you, girl. That would really have stunk if I would have forgotten that. Well, the other day I had to try to shove a pipe cleaner through. I'd already tightened it down. It was not fun. I ended up having to cut my zip tie and redo it. Okay, so see, we got these really long streamers that they can, after they put their tree topper on, sorry, that was way up. After they put their tree topper on, they could take these and loop them up into the tree and then tie them off with their pine branches or with a pipe cleaner, and then they'll have some tails. I love how ribbon is looped through, so that's why I want to give them these long tails. When I go to ship this bow, I'll take these tails and I will curl them up all the way up here and take a zip tie or a pipe cleaner and twist them, twist it around loosely so that my curl, all my ribbon that's rolled up will stay together. And that way it stays nice and neat in the shipment. And when the customer gets it, their tails aren't wrinkled or, because you know sometimes when you wrinkle your ribbon, you can't get it out unless you like steam it, or you can use like a flat iron on a low setting to get the wrinkles out. But so that's a trick if you're shipping bows and they have long tails. Curl them all the way up to the top and then just hold them together with a zip tie or a pipe cleaner or something like that. Hey, Marilyn. Okay, so what do you guys think? Guys, I love that. I love it, I love it. And then they have these shorter tails that they'll have up there. You know, they have a little bit longer, some shorter. Linda, I haven't used it yet. They're right here though. I haven't made an actual like deco mesh wreath on a wreath form since you gave me these. I've been using all the pine ones, and so I haven't really been fighting my mesh. Yeah, I love this. Like I said, we're gonna do a matching lantern bow to go with this after we're done here. And I think I'm gonna try to put a really cute little center thing in it that I haven't tried before, so we'll see. But, okay, I like my placement of my loop, so I'm gonna tighten this down really tight as I can get it. So everything should stay in place now. Trim my zip tie tail off. And then we're going to have to cover our center because we don't want to see that zip tie in there. So I think to cover it, I will take a piece of the faux burlap. So I'm going to take a piece of this, and I'm going to kind of just cut it in half because I don't need it that wide. Make sure when you're cutting your piece to tie around your middle that you cut it longer than you think. It'll make it a lot easier to tie in the knot. Linda, yeah. Yes, I will try to remember. Hopefully it sells soon, and I'll try to remember to do a video on that. Guys, I sold that really cute, the really pretty wreath. I posted it the other day that I sold it that had the buffalo check bow with the berries. And she asked me to make her a matching lantern bow. And so I said, sure. So I made her 2 different styles of bow, and I was lucky I was able to put it in the box with the wreath, so I didn't have to. It saved her on shipping, and so that worked out really well because I just used a little bit deeper box. So instead of having to do 2 shipments, I got to do it all in one, and she loved it. So here's our like farmhouse tree topper. Keep in mind, guys, too, that when you're doing tree toppers, that you can actually do tree toppers with sprays. So get you some of the Christmas greenery and fun picks, but with the longer stems, and attach, cluster them together so they're coming out the top like a topper for your tree, and then zip tie your bow onto that cluster. And you can sell that as a tree topper as well that has some greenery and some fun picks or anything like that. Lots of people do that as well. And so basically you just kind of make it like we do our lantern cluster, only you won't have stuff coming out the bottom. You'll just have your pieces coming out the top. So maybe our next video, if I come up with a tree topper I want to do with some picks, I'll do a live on that so you can see that as well. Have you guys seen that when people do their tree toppers with the really fun embellishments? I think that is so cute. But there is our bow, and I love it. We got some long tails again going on down here. So I'm going to try to put this over here and let these tails hang off just so they don't get all messed up. Hope I don't knock it off the table. Okay, what I was gonna... I had this, and I've had this since last year, and I know I got this at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if they have them this year. So it was $3.99. I probably got it when it was 50% off, so for $2. This little kind of rustic little sign that says Mary. Linda, it will probably, the tree topper bow, I will probably list it for somewhere between $40 and $45. I need to go back and figure out exactly how much I actually paid for my ribbon. But the one I listed last year sold for $38, and I didn't use quite as much ribbon on it. So somewhere between $40 and $45, plus probably $8 to $10 in shipping. Just because you don't want to smash it, so you want to use a bigger box where you're not smashing your bow down. Somebody pays money for a bow, you definitely don't want to smash it down. When they get it, they probably won't be very happy. But what I'm going to try to do, what I thought about doing, is I guess we kind of did this the other day when we made those little pumpkins. Hey, Lynn! I'm going to try, if I remember, to put this and see what it looks like if when we make our bow, is if we tie this in the middle of our bow. Then when they put the bow on the lantern, this could hang down. I'm going to see how that looks. And if I don't like it, I can always take it out. But I think that might be cute, and it'll be a little bit of an added bonus for a lantern bow. I should have brought a lantern in here so I could have seen, and I wasn't planning on it, so. This is kind of a little bonus I wasn't planning on, so I don't have my lantern in here. So tell me, guys, what is your favorite Christmas style decorative style that you guys love? Does anybody do the buffalo check in their Christmas? Okay, so again, this is going to be, I'm going to do this more like a funky bow. And I'm going to put this on here this time because I'm only going to make my loops 6 inches. So I can leave that on there and it won't be covering up my measurements. So I'm going to dovetail my into my ribbon. And I'm going to do about 8-inch tails. And 6-inch loops. So I'm going to twist. And I'm just going to use these two, and I'm going to just layer them until I get as many loops and tails as I want on my bow. But again, when you're doing a funky bow, you're doing a tail down and then a tail up. You want one tail going one way and one tail going the other way. And don't forget, like on lantern bows, if you want to make some long tails for your lantern, that is great too, because sometimes I do that as well. Linda, I am now so, I can't even decide what I want to do on my tree anymore. I think I'm going to try to do lots of red berries, but I think, want to put some green in it. More like a traditional emerald green, I'm thinking, but I don't know. Hobby Lobby had some gorgeous green ornaments that I got the other day. And so now I'm like, oh my gosh, I really like that green color. So then it made me want to change my mind and just do all these shades of this. They had like these 2 or 3 different shades of green that would all look beautiful together. So then it made me want to do that. And so now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. Plus with the way supplies are now, it's so hard to get anything that I'm afraid that I'm not going to even be able to get enough supplies when I decide what I want to do to actually fill up my tree. So who knows? Who knows, guys? I'm just a mess when it comes to being decisive. Because I like so many different styles. I love snowmen. I love Santa. That was kind of my original thought, was I was going to do something Santa with some like vintage, more like vintage style. But now I just can't decide. I guess it just depends on what all I get, what all I can find to get. I was disappointed. My Hobby Lobby this year, I was planning on getting some of those red berry garlands because I got some for my sister when we decorated her house last year. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get some of those this year. That'll be great. I'm going to get some of those. They were inexpensive and they were really pretty. And now Walmart or Hobby Lobby didn't carry them this year. So now I'm not so sure what I want to do. They do have really pretty red berry wreaths at Walmart this year, and I do think I'm going to get a couple of those to use in my own living room and stuff like that. Maybe my bedroom. I don't know. So again, guys, this funky bow, just cut your tails at kind of varying lengths. You could even do this and do all your loops and stuff the same measurement, because you're going to be fluffing all your loops and tails out. Mandy, this is the Easy Bow Maker, and I got mine from Hobby Lobby, I think, but I don't think they carry them anymore. I think that you'll have to get them on You can get it on Deco Exchange. Or I think maybe Michaels. I can't remember. Does anybody know if Michaels still carries the Easy Bow Maker? But Amazon. You can get it on Amazon too. Hey, Lisa. Y'all, Lisa, that green monster that you did, I want that. He is so cute. He is my favorite. Ah, there went my ribbon flying across the room. Yes, Linda, Amazon, yes. If you like to have stuff just delivered to your door quickly, get it from Amazon. If you shop with Deco Exchange, then they normally have it too if they have it in stock. Lisa, I bet you are so stinking busy with those gnomes and everything you've been making. Okay, so I'm trying to decide. I don't think I'm going to do another loop. I think that's big enough for a lantern. I think that's all I'm going to do. So let's see. I'm going to see what this would look like to do that. And I want to make sure I catch this. I'm just going to try to tie it into my bow. And like I said, I mean, I can take this apart if I get it on a lantern and try it out and it doesn't work like I want, then I'll just redo my bow and take this out. But I think it might work. I think it might be cute. Okay. See how that would hang right down like that? Do you think that would work? Do you guys think that would be cute? Lisa, I bet, because you have so many orders for those. You don't have them all made, right? Do you have to make them when people order them? And I bet they take a while. Y'all, she makes the cutest gnomes. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. All different colors. Okay, now, normally what I use, let me get what I normally use for my lantern swags. Thank you, Lynn. I need to get some more of it. I need to keep a notepad in here so I can make a Hobby Lobby list. But I like this rustic grapevine wire that you get at Hobby Lobby. And that's what I normally use to put on my lantern swags. Because it's a little more decorative than giving them a pipe cleaner, you know, or just plain old floral wire. So, that's what I'm going to use. And it's a heavy gauge wire, but it's wrapped so it looks really nice. It looks rustic, so I mean it goes with this perfectly. But this would just be a little thing, and I'm going to put on my listing that they can buy the topper, plus they can buy the matching lantern bow if they want to add that on. So that's what I'm going to do on my Etsy listing, so they'll know that there's a matching item for sale that they can buy. Oh, trying to get my zip ties put away. Yes! They're so freaking cool, guys. If you have not seen it, go to Lisa's Wreath Designs on Facebook or on Etsy and look at her gnomes she's been making. They are so, so cool. Yeah, Lisa, we used our tree topper bow. I took 2 of those and put them together for that. Yes. And you guys, yeah, you could use one and do that. I just really like this rustic wire on my lantern things, and it's really easy to twist around. Normally most lantern toppers, I need to actually get some more of those evergreen ties because I'm not sure how many I have down there. And you can get them, I got mine at Walmart last year. Walmart has some really cute stuff, guys, this year. I plan on going, like I said, I want to get the red berry wreath, so hopefully mine still has some when I get back out there. And they have a couple of different kinds of wreaths that I use, and I just embellish them and I sell them. And it makes it super great. They make super great shop fillers for you, so I love that. So check out your local Walmart, guys, because they have a lot of cute stuff this year. Okay, and then I'm going to use the second half of this piece to cover up my zip tie. Because we don't want to be seeing our zip tie. And we're just going to tie a knot in the back. And guys, I haven't even said it, but if you guys don't mind sprinkling the video, I would love it. That would be so, so awesome. I know I haven't been on here as much as I had been, but man, I have been trying to actually get in my craft room and like get something made, and it goes so much faster. And sometimes I just, I plan on going live and then I just get all wrapped up in what I'm making and the time just flies by and then it's too late. Oh, the ties at Dollar Tree? I'll have to look. My Dollar Tree stinks. I don't even have a good Dollar Tree. I wish I had a good Dollar Tree here. Ours is horrible. Okay, so hopefully I'll test this out on a lantern I have and see how this part hangs down, and if it looks good, I'll leave it there. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so I'll show you again. So this isn't going to be like a lantern bow, or they can put it on a wreath. Anything they want to put, a lamppost, anything they want to put a bow on. And then here was our big tree topper bow with our streamers. So we did a 2, 3, 1, 1. If you're in Kali's class or you watch Kali do bows, let me try to move this up if it'll stay. We had 2 bows on our first layer, 3 bows on our second layer, and then, or sorry, 2 loops, 3 loops, 1 loop, 1 loop. So that was our recipe. And then we had these long streamers, and they were 36 inches. And then these second ones are about 20 inches. Oh, Lynn, no problem. No problem. Like I said, I knew it was going to be pretty quick because we were just doing a lantern, or a tree topper and a lantern bow. So see how they're really quickly they are? So if you have an Etsy shop, bows, I hear bows are selling like crazy already. People are buying lots of Christmas bows. So make some bows and get them in your Etsy shop. And like I said, you can sell sets of them. Like I could sell this as a set, which I might go ahead and do. It just depends. Or you could sell them separately, or sell this with a variation, like to add on a bow for so much more, like, you know, $15 more your lantern bow. But anyway, that's what we made tonight, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something or it helped you. If you have questions, just send me a message. And like I said, when this sells, Linda was asking for a video on how to ship it. I will try to remember to come live when I'm boxing it up to ship, okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks, Linda. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop off here and work on one of those Walmart wreaths that I like to embellish and get it in my shop soon. It's super rainy here, and it's supposed to rain for the next couple of days, so I won't get any good pictures. Hopefully by this weekend I can take some good pictures with some light. Thanks, Mona. Thanks, Nancy. Debbie, the box just depends on how big the bow is and what I can find at the time. But you want to put your stuff, because shipping has gone up like it has. I've noticed just what I ship that the shipping rates have gone up. And a box that I shipped today that I normally would have been the cheapest for me to ship the post office, I shipped UPS because UPS was cheaper, even though it was a smaller box. So it's holiday season. They've all raised their rates. But just try to fit it in the smallest box you can, but that won't smash the bow, because you'll save on shipping, but also you want your bow to look good when the customer opens the box and not have their loops all smashed. So just try to make sure you know, the bow can fit snugly in the box so it doesn't move around a lot, but I also tie my bows down so they don't move around and get all like smashed and wrinkled and stuff in shipment. But just get it in the smallest box you can, but that still, it looks pretty when the customer opens it. And sometimes it's hard because locally I can't find lots of different sizes of boxes, so that does make it hard because I don't normally carry a size box that like a bow fits in per se. So it's kind of hard to prepare for the size box you need for your bows, which kind of stinks. But hopefully maybe you're lucky and you live by a place that has like a box. Some people have like a box, you know, like a place where they actually make boxes locally and that they can just go pick up boxes all the time. I wish I had that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and hopefully I will see you sometime this weekend. But this is Chili and Charlie party for me this weekend, so I will be super busy all day Saturday. So maybe on Sunday I'll hop back on here and we will do a wreath, okay? All right, thank you guys so much. Have a great week. Bye, guys.